Hi, welcome, and thank you for ordering the Miso Gregoria's Southern Magnolia. I will be making, I'll be using them. I'll show you how to make them with stem and the leaves. But I myself will be using them for a wreath. So that's why I still have to make one for the wreath. So I'll just use three of these flowers. And then I will show you, I prepared them already, to make the one with the stem without cutting the wires, if you would like to use them for as a bouquet or whatever, you know. So the leaves, yeah, I like to use sketching paper because then I can color them myself, and it is easier to collect coloring materials like watercolor paint, or let me just get something, or liquid watercolor, which doesn't take much space than colored paper, for example, which takes a lot of space. Also, because this is international, you can find sketching paper everywhere. Then I try to avoid the issue that other people in, for example, Asia, Australia, or wherever, won't find that paper, or South America even, or Europe. And then there is cardstock. You can buy them here as well, but they're just so expensive. And sketching pads are like what, $250? Like, and you have a pad, doesn't take much space. You can connect. Anyways, that's why. So, but I think, I'm not sure though. Yeah, actually you can. You can use cardstock for this one. Okay? If you want. It's just the leaves. When using cardstock for the leaves, because you have to layer it, it will become thick. But that's yeah, can't do much about that. What else? I said, yeah, let's just start. So there are two options for the flower petals. One is you can use a flower petal and then strip, which you will then attach at the back like this. And depending on how transparent your paper is, yeah, sure, you still will see them, but I think that's okay, right? Yeah. Or you can, if you don't like the strip, try it out. Give it a try and see what you feel like. You can cut the petals 2 times and then attach them on top of each other like the leaves. I will leave that up to you, okay? Because, yeah, you can see, when using the strips, you can see it. You can see it. So, maybe this is easier when using cardstock also. I'll just leave that up to you. That's an option. Just have a look what you like, what you prefer. So either cut, there are 9 petals. So 18 times for 1 flower. That's it. So what I'm gonna do, what I've done actually, I think it's easier, is I have used glue stick here for this one. First, position the template. See which side you have to glue on. That's right. So there. So turn this around. Let's apply glue on the other side. Find this easier, you can use glue stick. Tacky glue if you want. It is possible. And this is here too. And then here at the bottom of the flower petal. That's it. I found this easier. This is also what I used for, oops, there goes the wire. I'm gonna attach the wire here. That's it. That is it. That's it. Easy, huh? Now put that aside. With the leaves, just gonna turn it around so there will be no glue with the leaves. Also place them on top of each other to see for the glue there. And then the front will be green and the back will be brown. Right? Green, brown. And then turn it around. Now I'm gonna color down because then I can also get exactly the right color that I would like to use. I'm just gonna use a paintbrush. Oh wait, oops, there's green on this one. It's almost empty. Oh, it's green. Oops. Might need a few layers. Depends on let me put that here. There, I think that should do it. And I'm going to use the green, just going to mix green with a bit of white perhaps. It's very dark. Maybe this. I have mixed some green here. You can do that too. This is an old paint that I got from a friend who didn't use it anymore. But they don't sell this actually. It's olive green. It's silk paint from Jafana. They do sell Jafana, but they now come in how you call it? In plastic bottles. And this is olive green. It's silk paint. That's what you use for silk. So that's that. Just add a bit of dark green. And this will give your leaves extra dimension and more lifelike. And just let it dry. I have here another bottle. I can do that because I think my leaves are still. This one is cognac. I added a bit of water because the bottles are empty. I need to make this a bit darker. It's too light. But that definitely didn't help my thingy because it's very watery. You do that for all the leaves and then you let it dry. And for me, usually it takes a couple of hours or maybe a night, so you can prepare this and then continue the next day, or prepare the leaves and then you can start with the flowers, you know, after this, which is gonna do. So I'm just gonna put that aside. I have, let me show you. So this is the leaves for my wreath. Okay, there's a bit of color difference, but yeah, it's okay. I can color them again later on, I guess. Add some. Okay. Some are dry, some are not because they were at the bottom. So if I just put them on top and then I can finish this after the tutorial. Okay. What we're gonna do now? Yes. Oh. So, once that's dry. Okay, this is not the one. I have to look for one that can be attached to this one. And that's this. Once that's dry, you can use this. Be careful. It has to be dry. There is a chance if it's not dry then. Or when you attach them first and then you color, there's a chance that the glue will come off. Well, you know what happens when glue gets wet. So I've done that part, and I'm just gonna do the bottom. There. And then I have half a wire. It's like a whole wire which I cut in half to attach for the leaves. Oh. So if you want, if ever for other leaves that you would like to make that has two colors, this is what we do. And give it a try. Sketching paper. They're really inexpensive and so much easier to work with when making flowers. And just use your cardstock for 3D crafts, you know? Give it a try. And if you don't want to use water and color paint, I mean, also this you can buy this for like $1 or $2, right? At the discount shop somewhere. Doesn't have to be perfect quality. Of course, there are things that are better than the other. So we look around. I have bought this one, which I haven't tried yet. I might do that for like Christmas. So I bought me like watercolor paint. It's quite expensive though. This is from Pearl Colors. It's from Germany, but oh, they're so beautiful. They're really beautiful. So what I'm gonna do, make sure that the wire is in the center. Mine isn't. It started moving. And oh well. So I'm just gonna fold it like that. And I'm gonna score lines that will look like mine is not in the center. It happens. That will like fishbone. I'll show you when I'm not sure if you can see it from this distance. There. Sure if you can see it. Right. And just shape it, and then you can use a chopstick or anything to go down. Here you go. Make them flat, make them whatever. You can shape it. When the wreath, I show other stuff. And no, the Magnolia wreath is not the same leaf. Is it though? No, it's not. And also, of course, different. It's just a whole different thing. First of all, there's no flower. And second, it's a wreath, so we don't have to do all this. So that's for the leaves. Each flower, depending on how you like to make, has 6 leaves. And that's what I did also for the wreath that I would like to make. Yeah. Sometimes here I can see a bit of white, but I think I can paint that. And I'm also still gonna use Mod Podge to make it more shimmery. Wait, I can show you that now. But when you're using cardstock and you don't want to color it, just use like a metallic. So you don't have that problem. Use metallic then. There. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, this piece ripped. That's okay. So I have another brush here which I used for so when using, you can still use Mod Podge. But yeah, it's, when you're using cardstock, you can use it's gonna be stiffer, but at least it will give that shimmer. There. The back. And if you're using that, you can use like bronze, copper, cognac, camel. Not camel. I think camel is a bit too light. those kind of colors anyways. Bronze, copper, cognac. And then you just let it dry, and then it will shimmer. Let me see show you the diff. Don't use this often, only when it acquires, but to see that this is without, and this is with. See, it comes alive. So I'm just gonna show you one, and then I'll do the other later. Just gonna put it there. I have a planter filled with styrofoam, and where I stick them in. Let me show you so I can get it like this, and then I'll let them rest there. See? Yeah, those flowers is for something. I'm not sure if I'm gonna release it this year because I already have so much and realize that I don't think I will be able to film all those tutorials at once. Three projects for me, that's a lot. To film it, prepare it, design it, oh gosh, it's just too much. So I'm not sure if I will be able to, but maybe at the end of the month, it depends. At the end of the month there will be a lot of flowers, so I'm not sure. Now, we have here, which I also colored